shining the spotlight on his witty, scandalous contemporary, Ben Jonson. Jonson's plays are a wild ride, packed with biting satire, bold characters, and more than a little scandal. So grab your popcorn and let's dive into 5 of his most fascinating plays. You'll never look at English drama the same way again. Let's journey back in time to the vibrant and often volatile world of Elizabethan England. We're about to uncover a theatrical scandal that shook London to its core. Our story begins with The Isle of Dogs, a play so scandalous, so outrageously provocative, that it nearly landed the celebrated playwright Ben Jonson in the depths of a cold, unforgiving jail. Imagine the audacity, the sheer nerve it took to pen something so incendiary. But the repercussions didn't stop there. This single play had the power to silence the entire London theatre scene, shutting down every playhouse in the city. A truly remarkable and perhaps terrifying feat for a piece of dramatic writing. Written in 1597 in collaboration with Thomas Nash, The Isle of Dogs remains shrouded in mystery. The script itself is lost to time, vanished like a whisper in the wind. We can only imagine the words that sparked such a furor. But while the text is gone, the rumors surrounding it are legendary, passed down through generations like a scandalous secret. Whispers of sedition, mockery, and biting social commentary. All we know for certain is that The Isle of Dogs was packed to the brim with sharp satire, a comedic dagger aimed squarely at the heart of the establishment. It fearlessly poked fun at the powerful, the elite, those who held the reins of society. No one was safe from its witty barbs and pointed observations. And it did so with such force, such precision, that it was enough to make the authorities panic, sending shockwaves through the highest levels of government. They clearly felt the play's sting. England at the time was a pressure cooker of political and social tension, a nation on edge. The air was thick with uncertainty and fear, with strict censorship laws in place and simmering political unrest threatening to boil over. Any perceived challenge to the established order was met with swift and decisive action. Ben Jonson, a man of immense talent and even greater conviction, was never one to play it safe, to shy away from controversy. He thrived on pushing boundaries. He fearlessly pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable, both in his writing and in his life. And he was more than willing to pay the price for his artistic freedom. And pay he did. The Isle of Dogs landed him squarely in the infamous Marshalsea prison, a grim and unforgiving place. But instead of breaking his spirit, instead of silencing his voice, the experience only served to make him bolder, more determined to speak truth to power. The Isle of Dogs, despite its short and tumultuous life, set the tone for the rest of Jonson's remarkable career. A career defined by its unflinching honesty and its willingness to challenge the status quo. Fearless, provocative, and utterly unafraid to challenge authority, no matter the consequences. He was a true rebel with a pen. Even though we can't read it today, even though the words themselves are lost to us, its impact on English theatre is undeniable. A seismic shift that reverberates even now. The scandal surrounding The Isle of Dogs catapulted Jonson to fame, making him a household name, albeit a controversial one. Admired by some for his courage and wit, celebrated as a literary hero. Feared by others, particularly those in positions of power who recognized the threat he posed to their authority. It's a powerful reminder that theatre can be so much more than just entertainment. It can be a potent tool for social commentary, a catalyst for change, a weapon against injustice. Not just a frivolous pastime, but a vital and necessary part of a healthy society, a space for dialogue, debate, and dissent. Jonson's unwavering willingness to take risks, to challenge the norm, made him a true pioneer of English literature. And it proves that sometimes, the plays we can't see, the stories that are lost or suppressed, are the ones that leave the biggest mark on history, shaping the future in ways we can scarcely imagine. Ben Jonson, with his audacious spirit and his scandalous play, made history with The Isle of Dogs, whether he intended to or not. And that's just the beginning of his wild ride, a roller coaster of literary triumphs, personal struggles, and unwavering dedication to his craft. Next up, Cynthia's Revels or The Fountain of Self-Love, Jonson's sharpest satire on vanity and self-obsession. The play's court, ruled by Cynthia the moon goddess, is filled with ridiculous, self-absorbed characters. Jonson holds a mirror to society, making audiences squirm and laugh at their own flaws. He even pokes fun at rival playwrights, including Shakespeare. The play's themes, vanity, self-obsession, and the search for true virtue, are as relevant now as ever. Jonson's message true worth comes from honesty and humility, not empty praise. Cynthia's revels dazzled with its court mask and spectacle, but its wit cut deep. The reception was mixed, but it cemented Jonson as a leading voice in English theatre. If you've ever cringed at a humble brag or selfie obsession, you're living in Jonson's world. His satire is as fresh now as it was then. Now, let's dive into The Poetaster, a play that's as much a battlefield as it is a stage. The Poetaster is Ben Jonson's audacious and unapologetic answer to the War of the Theatres, a period of intense rivalry and creative conflict within the London playwriting scene. It was a very real-life feud among playwrights, a clash of egos and styles that spilled onto the stage, captivating audiences with its drama and intrigue. This wasn't just about artistic differences, it was personal. Set in the grandeur of ancient Rome, Jonson cleverly transports the contemporary literary squabbles to a historical setting, adding layers of satire and commentary. The play's characters, while seemingly Roman citizens and poets, are thinly veiled and easily recognizable versions of Jonson's real-life rivals, allowing him to critique and lampoon them under the guise of historical fiction. Figures like John Marston and Thomas Dekker find themselves satirized within the play's narrative, their quirks and perceived flaws exaggerated for comedic effect. Jonson cleverly inserts himself into the play through the character of Horace, a respected poet who serves as his alter ego and voice of reason. Through Horace, Jonson champions the values of honest, clear, and responsible writing, advocating for artistic integrity and intellectual rigor in a world of theatrical excess. The Poetaster is a meticulously crafted piece, packed with clever wordplay, sharp wit, and biting satire that keeps the audience engaged and entertained. It fearlessly skewers vanity, ambition, and the pursuit of fleeting fame, exposing the ridiculousness of those who prioritize appearance over substance. Jonson masterfully draws a clear line between true artistic talent and mere show-offs, highlighting the importance of skill, dedication, and genuine creativity. He issues a stark warning that blindly chasing fame and recognition without the foundation of true ability can ultimately lead to one's artistic and personal ruin. The play's very title, The Poetaster, is a direct reference to those individuals Jonson considered to be poetasters. These were the bad poets, the pretenders to greatness, those who lacked genuine skill but craved the spotlight and accolades of the literary world. The original audiences, well versed in the gossip and rivalries of the London theatre scene, absolutely loved the play's scandalous revelations and thinly veiled insults. Critics, both then and now, have endlessly debated its artistic merits, dissecting its complex themes and analysing its sharp satirical barbs. Regardless of the critical debates, The Poetaster undeniably cemented Ben Jonson's reputation as a fearless, innovative, and fiercely independent playwright. It's a literary smackdown of epic proportions, a theatrical battle waged with wit, words, and a healthy dose of self-awareness. It's witty, it's wild, and it's irrefutable proof that, in the world of theatre and beyond, the pen is indeed mightier than the sword. What makes Jonson so compelling is that he wasn't afraid to be part of the joke, to turn the satirical lens on himself and acknowledge his own flaws and foibles. He was constantly poking fun at himself and the often absurd world he inhabited, creating a sense of camaraderie with his audience. Ultimately, The Poetaster's message about artistic integrity, the dangers of vanity, and the importance of genuine talent still resonates powerfully with audiences today. So, if you want to witness a true literary feud, a clash of titans played out on the stage with wit and fury, look no further. The Poetaster is your all-access ticket to a world of theatrical intrigue, scandalous rivalries, and timeless comedic brilliance. Ben Jonson's sharp wit, combined with his unflinching self-awareness, made absolutely sure that his rivals, and indeed the world, would never ever forget him or his work. Now let's talk about Volpone Jonson's dark, dazzling comedy about greed and deception. Set in Venice, Volpone pretends to be dying to trick greedy fortune hunters into showering him with gifts. His servant Mosca orchestrates the chaos, while Voltore, Corbaccio, and Corvino compete for Volpone's fortune. Jonson's characters are caricatures of greed, and he delights in exposing their folly. Volpone blends comedy and criticism, using laughter to reveal uncomfortable truths about human nature. The play's satire of wealth and status is as relevant now as ever. Jonson's language sparkles, and the plot twists keep audiences guessing. The message, those who live by deceit will be undone by it. Volpone's ending is both satisfying and ironic. The deceivers are exposed, but not without a sting. The play was a hit, earning Jonson both praise and controversy. Volpone secured Jonson's place as one of the greats. If you're ever tempted by a get-rich-quick scheme, remember Volpone's lesson. In Jonson's world, the cleverest fox can still get caught. Finally, let's dive into The Silent Woman, also known as Epicoene, a play that stands as a testament to Ben Jonson's comedic genius. This work is not just a play, it's a vibrant tapestry of wit, satire, and theatrical innovation, showcasing Jonson's mastery of the comedic form. It's arguably Jonson's most hilarious and inventive comedy, a whirlwind of deception and social commentary wrapped in layers of laughter. The play's enduring appeal lies in its ability to entertain while subtly critiquing the societal norms of its time. At the heart of the story is Morose, a wealthy old man plagued by an extreme aversion to noise. His misanthropy and desire for tranquility set the stage for a series of uproarious events. Driven to find solace, he embarks on a quest to find the quietest wife in all of London, believing that a silent spouse will bring him the peace he so desperately craves. This leads him to Epicoene, the seemingly perfect candidate, the silent woman, who appears to be the embodiment of his dreams. Her demure nature and apparent lack of speech make her the ideal choice in Morose's eyes. However, appearances are deceiving, as Epicoene turns out to be a young boy in disguise, a revelation that throws Morose's world into utter chaos. This gender-bending twist is a key element of the play's humor and social commentary. This elaborate deception is orchestrated by Morose's scheming nephew, who seeks to manipulate his uncle for his own amusement and gain. The nephew's machinations add layers of intrigue and comedic complexity to the plot. The play unfolds as a whirlwind of mistaken identities, farcical situations, and cleverly constructed misunderstandings, keeping the audience constantly guessing and thoroughly entertained. It's filled with wild schemes, outrageous characters, and a final twist ending that subverts expectations and leaves the audience in stitches. The resolution is both surprising and satisfying, tying together the various threads of the plot in a clever and humorous way. The Silent Woman continues to delight audiences centuries after its creation, proving the timelessness of Jonson's comedic vision. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its wit, its social commentary, and its sheer entertainment value. Jonson's cast of characters is a comedic goldmine, each one contributing to the play's overall hilarity and satirical edge. Every character is larger than life, exaggerated for comedic effect, and contributing to the play's overall sense of absurdity and fun. At the heart of the play lies its playful and subversive take on gender and identity, challenging the rigid social norms of the Elizabethan era. Jonson masterfully pokes fun at societal norms and expectations, using humor as a tool for social commentary. He directs his satirical lens particularly at marriage and the restrictive expectations placed upon women in society. The humor in The Silent Woman is both clever and physical, appealing to a wide range of comedic sensibilities. It ranges from witty banter and sharp repartee to outright slapstick and farcical physical comedy, ensuring that there's never a dull moment. The Silent Woman was a groundbreaking work in its time, pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in comedic theatre. It served as a source of inspiration for countless later comedies and playwrights, leaving a lasting legacy on the world of theatre. But beyond the surface-level laughs and comedic antics, Jonson reminds us of the important lesson that appearances can often be deceiving, and that things are not always as they seem. Ultimately, the play suggests that true happiness can be found in embracing the unexpected twists and turns that life throws our way. The play's structure is remarkably tight and well-crafted, with multiple plot lines skillfully interwoven to create a cohesive and engaging narrative. And its daring and progressive approach to gender roles continues to inspire and resonate with audiences across generations. The Silent Woman teaches us that sometimes the most profound and impactful voices can emerge from the most unexpected and seemingly silent places. What a journey! From scandal to satire, feuds to farce, Ben Jonson's plays are a masterclass in drama and comedy. He was a fearless innovator, challenging and entertaining in equal measure. Jonson's legacy lives on, His plays remind us that theatre is a mirror to society and a reason to laugh out loud. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite Jonson moment below.
Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to stay updated with all my latest content, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update.